I think a portion of teacher pay should be based on the evaluations. And I think the evaluations, I think it's a variety. We discussed the tests and student performance. I think absolutely there's a role for student performance in there. The problem, the rhetoric that we've heard in the community is that 100% of my pay is going to be based on that student test, that student that I have no control over. Folks, we haven't made that decision. We don't know what percentage it's going to be. I've heard the accusation that it's going to create a situation where teachers teach to the test. I've been told that it means teachers are no longer going to work together because you're forcing me as an individual to look out only for myself. Well, what happens if the teacher evaluation, if that portion of the pay, what happens if 40% of that pay is based on how well you perform with your peers and only 10% is based on how well the students perform? All of a sudden we've said it is important, it's more important, it's 4 times important that you work with your fellow teachers. You know, the part about teaching to the test. Teachers have pacing guides or curriculum they have to follow. If you have a teacher who stands up in front of the class and basically question 1 is going to be this, question 2 is going to be this, question 3 is going to be this, or something along those lines, whenever evaluations are done, that's going to show up. And they're going to be dinged, negatively pinged, I should say, negatively pinged on that. So I think your principals have to be involved in it. I think your peers have to be involved in the evaluation. I think there is a role for student scores or performance. At the elementary school level, I don't know how we can do it, but I would like to see some sort of parental involvement in it. And like I said, I don't know how you make that happen. At the high school level, I think there's a role for the students to be involved. And that may scare folks to death, but I know from my scouts, from conversations that I've had with the 70 guys in my scout troop, that they know what makes a good teacher and what doesn't make a good teacher. You have to dig down, but if you ask them about a certain math teacher, I'm going to pick on you, Algebra 2. He's hard. Okay? Why is he hard? He makes me do my homework. He checks it in class. My English teacher's tough because I have to read and she actually asks us questions on what we read.
So essentially you feel like that the students, for example, can give good answers, they know, and so they should be part of that as well.
I think there's a way, particularly at the high school level. I'm not sure how you make it happen at the elementary or the middle school level, but certainly at the high school level, I think there's a role. Is it a major role? No, but I think if we're going to look at teacher evaluation or peer evaluation and principal evaluation, like I said, I think there's a role for parental and student evaluation also.
So bottom line, you believe that using the testing plus other measures that you can get to an intricate enough evaluation that you can actually create a different pay scale that would be involve only teacher performance, or would it also include anything in terms of experience or anything in terms of national board certification, master's degrees, or some of the things that we have now?
That is something we're going to look at. You know, we have till 2014 to figure all of that out. You know, I'm having some people tell me that absolutely being nationally board certified or having that master's degree helps. I'm having other people that say the studies show that no, it doesn't matter. And so that is something I'm still working through as a board member. I'm trying to figure out what is it. You know, what I do, I will tell you that from a teacher standpoint, I certainly understand where they're coming from, because for years we have told teachers to be successful, you go to 4 years of college, preferably an education institution. You come out, you get your master's degree, and you come out and you work towards your national board certification. And that's what it takes to be successful. And now there are studies and other things that are saying, hey, you know what? Some of those education colleges aren't really as good as others. That master's degree may or may not make a difference, and the board certification may or may not. So we've put the teachers in a tough spot.